Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be covering demo problem 1 which will enable us to download and analyze JSON content from Reddit website. If you're not familiar with Reddit website, let me give you a quick overview. It is a cool social media platform which has a lot of interesting subreddits like UW Madison, Python, and so on. Within each subreddit, you'll be able to post relevant questions or interesting topics. People can respond to the questions or the interesting topics. You'll be able to upvote or downvote either the question or the responses received for that particular question. Here is the subreddit page for UW Madison. Cool thing about Reddit website is that you can replace the last slash as part of the URL with .json in order to view the JSON content of the subreddit page. Here is an example of a real life JSON dataset. Observe the level of complexity of this particular JSON file. We are going to write a program to parse this JSON file. If you send too many HTTP requests to the Reddit website, it is likely that Reddit will ban you from sending further HTTP requests. If that happens, you can use uwmadison.json file, which is a snapshot that I uploaded to the course website earlier today. URL to the course website version of uwmadison.json file is available as part of this slide and also as part of the template notebook file. Let me click on the course website URL. I'll be using the course website URL because Reddit has banned me from sending HTTP requests. I'm going to define a URL variable which is going to store string of the URL name. Let me go ahead and invoke the get function within the request module by passing URL as argument. I'm going to capture the return value, which is HTTP response object, into a variable called R. Since we are dealing with a JSON file, I'm going to invoke JSON function by typing r.json open parenthesis close parenthesis. Let me capture the return value into a variable called D. I'm going to go ahead and print type of D, then I'm going to print D. Observe that type of D is a dictionary, and we are getting this really large dictionary when we are displaying D. I'm going to go ahead and comment out the last print function call. Whenever you're dealing with a real world JSON dataset which you're completely unfamiliar with, there are a couple of options which you can use for exploration. If you run into a dictionary, you can use the keys method to take a look at the keys within the dictionary and then look up the corresponding keys values. If you run into a list, you can use a for loop to iterate over the items within the list and print each of the items. Real world datasets often require such exploration because usually you will not have sufficient documentation which will provide explanation about a particular dataset for you. Since we have run into a dictionary here, let me go ahead and display the output of the keys method call on D by typing d.keys. Observe that we are getting two different keys as kind and data. Let me go ahead and look up the value for kind by typing D open square bracket and kind within single quotations. Observe that you're just getting a string here, which is not very useful. I'm going to go ahead and display D of data's value. That's going to give us the useful content over here. Observe that we are getting another dictionary. How do I know it's a dictionary? Because we have curly braces. I can go ahead and confirm this is a dictionary by invoking the type function call. Since we have run into another dictionary here, I'm going to take D of data here, which is a dictionary, and invoke the keys method on it. Observe that we are getting some keys here. I know that children is the most relevant key here. You're welcome to explore the other keys. Let me show you how to explore the children key. You'll have to say d of data to look up the value for the data key in the original dictionary. Since that's another dictionary, I can use another pair of square brackets and mention the second key, which is going to be the children key within this particular dictionary in order to look up the corresponding value. Let me go ahead and display that. Observe that we are getting a list now. How do I know that? That's because we are getting a square bracket over here. Let me go ahead and display type of this particular expression over here. Looks like I am missing a parenthesis which I'm going to add. Observe that you're getting list is the type here. What do you think will happen if I invoke the keys method by mistake on this list? That's going to throw attribute error. That's because you cannot use the method keys on a list variable over here. Instead, you need to write a for loop to iterate over the items. Since we have children as the key within the dictionary over here, I'm going to use the variable as child, and I'm going to say for child in this particular expression over here. Let me go ahead and display child. Observe that you're getting another dictionary. I can say that by looking at the curly braces here. I could also confirm that using the type function call. Every iteration of the for loop is displaying dictionary as the output. Let's go ahead and explore the keys method call on this particular dictionary by typing in child.keys. Observe that we are getting kind and data again. We already know that data is the relevant key, so I'm going to directly look up the value for the data key by typing child open square bracket data within single quotations and then close square bracket. Observe that we are getting another dictionary here. That's because you have curly braces. If you use the type function call again, you can confirm it as a dictionary. Since it's a dictionary, let's go ahead and explore the keys of that particular dictionary. We are getting a lot of keys over here. I am going to just show you the output of title of every post over here along with the upward or downward score for every title. That's going to be interesting for us to see. Let me go ahead and get rid of the dot keys method call, and I'm going to copy this entire expression over here, and I want to access the value against the title key. So I'm going to do that by typing another pair of square brackets and typing title within single quotation. And I want to display the score for the title as well. So let me go ahead and display score first and then title next. Let's take a look at the interesting topics that are being discussed over here. Looks like students are talking about scheduling for the summer 2021 semester. Summer is right around the corner. The second most relevant topic is weekly frustrations vent thread. Get it all out, you guys. This is a very hectic semester. Hang in there, few more weeks, and you'll be done with all of your coursework, and all of you will get some breathing space. Another interesting topic which I observed today morning is that people are talking about lots of Johnson and Johnson vaccine appointments available on the UHS website. I hope all of you know that all of you are eligible to sign up for COVID-19 vaccine appointment now. You can either try to sign up for vaccine appointments via the UHS website, or you can register for the DHS registry. I would recommend you to do both of that, especially sign up for the registry. It is likely that you'll get an appointment from the state to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. It is important that all of us get vaccinated as soon as possible. Another interesting topic is about honor lock being banned. I also read a couple of news headlines on that. I absolutely hate honor lock, so that's why we are not using honor lock for this course. Feel free to explore the rest of the topics or the python.json file over here, which represents the Python subreddit. I'll wrap up this lecture video here. In the next lecture video, we are going to go through demo problem 2.